Hi guys, this is Isaac from Mix Advice, and in this series I'm going to be showing you everything you need to know to get your kick drums sounding as good as they possibly can do with your home recordings. If you want them to sound like this, or like this, then keep on watching and let's dive straight in. Hi guys, this is Isaac from Mix Advice, and what we're going to look at is how we can EQ our overheads and our room sound to make sure that the kick cuts through the mix and sounds as powerful as possible. Now, I've seen some tutorials on YouTube and they've just added loads of low end to those channels. This is like the opposite that you want to do. There's two reasons for this. Firstly, it's going to prevent your kick from cutting through the mix. And secondly, later on, when you're mixing your bass and your other instruments, it's going to be masking the low end, making it harder for you to have a defined, clean mix. Okay, so let's just take a look at what I've done with the EQ. On the overheads, a high pass filter up to about 90 Hz and a little cut around 90 Hz as well. I think those two together sound a bit more natural than just pushing the high pass filter up even more. So let's take a listen to how this helps the kick cut through. So I'm going to take that EQ off and then I'm going to drop it in so you can hear the differences. In. Now that kick sounds a lot more centered. It has a bit more perceived low end volume, even though we've actually cut frequencies from the overheads. Let's take a listen to that again so you can really hear the difference. This is out. Drop it in. It sounds a lot more solid now. Now, one thing to note is if you push your high pass filter too high in your overheads, the whole mix is going to start to sound unnatural. You really want to still have the weight of the snare and the roominess kept in the mix, but just enough cut out of the low end so that your kick can come to the forefront. So let's just push the high pass filter a bit higher and you'll see what I mean. Snares start to sound really thin now. This is not what we want. Let's bring it back. Now the weight of the snare is still there and it still sounds a bit more roomy. That's really important to keep in your overheads. Now a similar thing applies to the drum room sounds. So I've got it a little bit lower here, around 70 Hz. A tiny little cut here at 75. And I've taken some of the high end out as well. That helps it sit back in the mix a little bit. So if you take this off a sec, you'll hear what I mean. So there's a lot of fizziness now in that room sound. As soon as we introduce this low pass filter, it starts to sit back in the mix a little bit. So what I'm going to do now is take both EQs out and you'll be able to hear just how much more that kick manages to cut through the mix with those cuts that we've made. So this is without. Let's bring those EQs in. Now you can hear there's a bit more perceived low end volume in the kick, even though we've reduced low end frequencies in the overheads and the room sound. Take it out again. Sounds a bit more shallow. Back in. And that kick is really coming up to the forefront now. Okay guys, so that was just a really quick tutorial on how to make sure your kick can really cut through the mix by reducing frequencies in the overheads in the room. Again, remember, you don't want those high pass filters too high, otherwise you're going to kill the roominess and the natural sound of those channels, but you want them just high enough so the kick can really cut through. This is going to be really beneficial later down in the mix when you're wanting to get your bass and the lower mids of the rest of your mix sounding really good too. Okay guys, I hope you found this tutorial useful, and I'll see you in the next video.